When it comes to connection and engagement online, we often rely on survey data that asks people their opinion or to recall things that they have no reason to remember. But maybe such left-brain approach is inhibiting the intuitive and creative side of communication and connection online. The new type of research that combines different methods of measuring unconscious thought reveals that people feel more than they think. So today, I will talk about a breakthrough research on beer advertisement that supports the important role of emotions online and provides some suggestions on how to utilize emotion in order to create engagement, connection, and engagement of your customers and your visitors. Welcome to Hot Topics Wednesdays, the place to be if you want to get practical, research-based strategies on how to transcend distances and package your expertise into engaging online training courses, services, and info products. Today, I will discuss a breakthrough research on 4 successful beer ads that utilize different methods of data collection and measured the subconscious thought, and it revealed that emotions played a really big role. But the question was not whether we need to create emotional content, but rather whether your content engenders emotional response. So, what were the findings? First, strong emotional response to ads was connected with the strong engagement of the viewer. Storytelling ads created more emotional response than just rational product-centered ads. Both positive and negative emotions were important for engagement. And the stronger brand association was established when the brand promise was positioned right after a positive emotional point. So what does this research reveal about how we process information online? We need to realize that our online messages are linear events. One scene follows the next, or one sentence follows the next. But we process information on several levels simultaneously, and all levels interact with one another. Attention attracts our response. So our left brain semantically processes the message, while our right brain gets a feel for what's going on in a more holistic way. The two come together to create some sort of meaning. If it's relevant to us, then our attention is turned up and we process information more deeply. If it's not relevant, we get disengaged. So here are some things that you need to remember. First, emotion attracts and keeps attention. In order to attract and keep our viewers online, you need to create content that evokes emotional response, strong emotional response. Whenever the scenes in the research were found particularly relevant to the viewers, they drew them deeper and deeper into the story. For example, in Bud Light Ice advertisement, the attention climbs highly when the coach is giving the enormous guy with the great face an earful. This ad was targeted to the 21-year-old to 35-year-olds. And what this, among this audience, what male cannot relate to this situation? Whether it's a coach or a boss or even a dad, each has gotten an earful at one time or another and lived to deal with the emotional response. That's why this scene was very relevant to them. Second, emotions make a personal connection. When our online messages strike a chord with our viewers and they can relate to your message or a character or a story, they feel that their attention has been rewarded. On the other hand, when they feel that we don't reward the attention of our viewers with something relevant and meaningful, they can feel deceived by us. For example, Miller Lite ad is relevant only among those guys looking to lose those love handles yet keep their world-class beer. The rest of the typical 21 to 35-year-old beer drinker could not have cared less. So you can be sure that Miller Lite probably has some other ads to capture that target, that section of the target audience. So you need to be very, very precise with who your target audience is and structure your message accordingly. Number 3, emotions build brand equity. Building brand equity is all about building positive connection between your brand and the consumer. And the emotion clearly plays a big role here. For example, in the Weasel commercial by Heineken, brand has great positive association to the viewer as it is positioned right after the emotionally high and positive point. So if you want to get a greater message to your reader or have a great association with your brand, then put the most important promise right after a very high positive emotional response. Number 4, emotions create buzz. When people really connect with an ad or the online message that delivers exceptionally rewarding experience to them, some will want to share this experience with others, creating a buzz about your company, your product, or your message. As neurologist Donald Kahn said, the difference between reason and emotion is that reason leads to conclusions, while emotion leads to actions. Emotions get people to act. You need to understand that your online message needs to have both right and left brain aspects in order to create a powerful, meaningful connection with your customer. I want to leave you with this Williams-Bernbach's quote. You can say the right thing about a product and nobody will listen. You've got to say it in such a way that people will feel it in their gut. Because if they don't feel, nothing will happen. So what I would like for you to do now is in the comments below, please give me one new idea that you got from this video and how you're going to use emotional responses in your online messages. And if you're not on my list yet, come on over for more blog posts and some cool special reports that I share only with my subscribers to www.wiredatheart.com. And please click like if you like this message and share it with your networking sites and join mine. And have a wonderful day, and let's conquer and transcend distances together.